to my channel Natural Biology. So this is the logo and this is the name of the channel Natural Biology. So please do subscribe and support my channel. Today I am going to explain you about AP and TS 10th class biology. The first lesson, that is nutrition, the food supply system. So before going to start the topic, let me start the class with beautiful quotation. Okay. So right here it is the quotation. A positive attitude will lead to positive outcomes. So always be positive, but not corona positive. Okay. Let us start. So first, what is mean by food? What is mean by food? How can we define? If I ask to you, you will tell different meanings. Food is a food for eating. Okay, it is a food. So likewise, there are many different answers. But how can we define the food? Food is a material substance which is used by all the living organisms to get energy or to obtain energy. So that is called as food. So I will write the definition here. Food is the material substance used by living organisms to obtain energy. Okay, so not only for getting energy, there are some other needs also. Let me find out what is the need of food. Okay, why do we need generally? For getting energy. Okay, point 1. Energy. So not only for energy, repair of the cells. Repair of the cells, regeneration of cells, regulation of all the metabolic activities, and it also gives resistance. Resistance means fighting capacity against the pathogens. Resistance. It is also useful to maintain body temperature. Food is also useful to maintain body temperature. As we know that in summer weather is hot, okay, our body gets heated up, so we prefer ice creams. Whereas in winter weather is cool, so we prefer the hot objects like tea, coffee and hot food. Okay, so it is also required to maintain our body temperature. Okay, and reproduction. Etc. Okay, it is also useful. Food is also useful for reproduction, especially in lower organisms. If food is available, these lower organisms like amoeba, paramecium multiply rapidly. They increase their number very fast. Okay, so it is also useful for higher organisms also. In higher organisms, production of gametes also need the food. Okay, so these are uses of food. Then what is mean by nutrition? That is our topic name, lesson name, nutrition. How can we define the nutrition? Let me see here. Okay, nutrition. So what is mean by nutrition? The procurement of nutrients is known as nutrition. I will write the definition. So the procurement of nutrients is known as nutrition. Or in simple terms, we also write the process of acquiring nutrients. The process of acquiring nutrients. Acquiring means gaining, taking, getting. Or in simple terms, we can write that the process of taking nutrients is known as nutrition. The word nutrition is derived from Latin. Okay, so it is derived from Latin. In Latin, nutrire means to nourish. Nourishment means food supplying. Okay, so in that way we can simply define the procurement of nutrients is known as nutrition, or in simple terms we write that the process of acquiring nutrients is known as nutrition. What are nutrients? The substances which are present in the food to meet the essential requirement of organism are known as nutrients. I will write the definition. This is the definition of nutrients. Okay, the substances of the food which meet the essential requirement of an organism are called as nutrients. how much quantity of nutrients required to organisms. On that criteria, these nutrients are classified into two categories. The nutrients which require large amounts are known as macronutrients, often in kgs, okay, or grams. The nutrients which are requiring very less quantities, small amounts or less amounts, are called as micronutrients, often in micrograms. Okay? So carbohydrates, protein, fats are example for macronutrients, whereas micronutrients, vitamins and minerals are micronutrients. Okay, this is a classification based on the amount of nutrients required by an organism per day. Okay, and also we can classify the nutrients into three categories based on their functions. We know that already in previous classes we have learned energy giving foods, carbohydrates and fats, okay, body building foods are proteins, whereas protective foods, vitamins and minerals. Let's come to the next part, that is modes of nutrition. As we know that there are number of varieties of organisms are present on this earth, and also they have different food habits, but these are broadly categorized into two types. Okay, so modes of nutrition is classified into two categories. Okay, so one is autotrophic nutrition, and another one is heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. The word autotrophs or autotrophic nutrition is derived from Greek. Okay, this is also derived from Greek. In Greek, auto means self and trophy means nourish. Okay, so they nourish themselves, means they make their own food, so they are called autotrophs. And hetero, the word derived from Greek. In Greek, hetero means others. Okay, hetero means other, so they depend on other organisms for their food. Okay, so again autotrophic nutrition is two types: photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. Okay, so these words also derived from Greek language. Okay, in Greek, photo means light. Okay, synthesis means putting together. Here, Greek chemo, nothing but chemicals. Chemo means chemical. So all the organisms, whether in photosynthesis, okay, or in chemosynthesis, organisms prepare their own food, but the way of preparing is different. Means they use the source of energy, what they are getting for the making food is different. So here, in the source of energy from sun means light energy, they use light energy for the production of food materials, whereas in chemosynthesis, okay, some bacteria can carry out this chemosynthesis. They use energy from chemicals, breakdown of chemicals, they get energy. So for the production of food materials, photoautotrophs which carry out photosynthesis get the energy from light, whereas chemoautotrophs, that process called chemosynthesis, they get their energy from breakdown of chemical molecules. Okay, so examples for photosynthesis: all green plants and algae and some photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria are examples for photosynthesis. Come to chemosynthesis. Here examples: Nitrobacter and Ferrobacillus. Nitrobacter is nothing but nitrifying bacteria, whereas Ferrobacillus is iron bacterium. Okay, so these bacteria use chemical energy for making their food materials. Okay, so that is called chemosynthesis. The process in which plants prepare their own food is known as photosynthesis, and the organisms are called photoautotrophs. And the process in which organisms prepare own food by using chemical energy are known as chemosynthesis, and the organisms are called chemoautotrophs. Okay, we will learn in very detail in the next class. Come to heterotrophic nutrition. So we know that hetero means others. They depend on, organisms depend on other organisms for their food. But the way of depending is different. So based on the mode of depending, again classified into holozoic, parasitic and saprophytic organisms. What is meant by holozoic nutrition? The word holozoic is derived from Greek. In Greek, holo means whole. So they take the food, whole food into the body. So in which process? These all 5 steps are there: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. Such mode of nutrition is called holozoic mode of nutrition. And example for holozoic nutrition: amoeba, paramecium, human beings, etc. Okay, right. Come to parasitic. In Greek, para means beside. Okay, para means beside. They derive their nutrients from other organisms without killing them. Okay, so these organisms lives in other organisms. Okay, they derive the nutrients from other organisms without killing them. Then often it may cause disease to host also. Here we can see the relation is host and parasite. Okay, so the organism which is depending on other organism is known as parasite, and the organism which is giving shelter is known as host. So parasite is getting benefit, whereas host may get disease. Okay, negatively affected. So host may get disease. So that mode of nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. So example: lice, leech, tapeworm, and there is a parasitic genus in the plant that is called Cuscuta. Okay, Cuscuta is a genus of parasitic plants. Okay, even some plants also depend on other plants to get their nutrition. Come to the last category in the holozoic heterotrophic mode of nutrition is saprophytes. You know that the word derived from Greek language. In Greek, sapros means rotten, okay, decomposed, rotten food materials. So which organism depend on rotten food materials? So such type of nutrition is known as saprophytic nutrition, and organisms are called saprophytes. Example: mold, yeast, mushroom, etc. Okay, so example for saprophytes: molds, yeast and mushroom, etc. Mostly fungus. So they are also called as scavengers. We know that. Okay, so this is nothing but heterotrophic nutrition. Different types of heterotrophic nutrition. So as we know that autotrophs are also known as producers. Okay, so autotrophs, as we know that they are preparing their own food, they are called producers. Heterotrophs depend on other organisms, hence they are called consumers. Okay, these all are consumers. In the next class, we will discuss about autotrophic nutrition. How organisms prepare their own food, what is meant by photosynthesis, what are the factors essential for photosynthesis. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day.